Every year we get these stories and every year I talk about them because I like it. Hi, it's me again, and yeah, it's that time of year again when you get loads of reports about BBC wastage. Some of it comes from FOI requests, some of it comes from published accounts, stuff like that. But it never surprises me. It never surprises me how much wastage is at the BBC because it's ingrained in them to waste money. Because when you don't have to earn your own money, it's easy to blow it, isn't it? If I give you 100 quid, you'll go treat yourself to something, wouldn't you? A nice night out or something. If you earn 100 quid, you'd probably save it to put towards your energy bills or something, wouldn't you? And that's why the BBC need to learn to make their own money rather than be gifted the 3.8 billion, with a B, quid they get a year from TV licence fees. It's wrong, isn't it? Have a look at this. BBC bosses have admitted to wasting almost £300,000 of licence fee payers' cash on transport and accommodation bookings that were never used. So yeah, last year about this time we had a very similar story with very similar findings. So the BBC have learnt nothing in the last year. Well, I didn't expect them to anyway, to be honest with you. But, you know, I understand that plans change as well. I mean, you can book hotel rooms and train tickets. I've done it myself that have not been used. But you should have people there working on stuff like that. You should have accounts with taxi providers so that if you don't use them, you only have to pay a small amount as a fee. The BBC don't do that. They don't do that. If I run a small business, that'd be one of the first things I did is look after every quid that came in. But not a bead. The corporation says 3,699 train tickets, 599 hotel rooms and 1,209 taxi rides were cancelled over the last 5 years, and the broadcaster could not get a refund. The aborted train trips cost £184,000. Cancelled hotels added another 92 grand, while abandoned taxis cost £18,000. So just to put it into context a little bit, aborted train trips cost the BBC £184,000. That equates to 1,157 television licences. That's 1,157 households that are trying to make ends meet. Possibly 1,157 OAPs that have got to decide between heating and eating this winter. The BBC cares so much about them that it was prepared to spunk over 1,000 TV licences for nothing. For nothing. You know, they want to bang on about being a respected broadcaster and part of British culture and heritage, but they have no respect for you or the money that you pay them every year, and it's wrong. It's just so wrong, isn't it? A BBC spokesperson said, "The nature of our work means plans can often change at short notice. We are always mindful of costs." Yeah, I get that. And when it comes to journalism, things do change at short notice, right? But don't book the train tickets so far in advance then. They may cost a little more to buy initially, but the lack of cancellations may balance that out and may even save some money. When it comes to taxis, £18,000 was wasted on unused taxis. There is no excuse for that. You can cancel the taxi. I would imagine the BBC has contracts with taxi firms that they use. They must be able to come to an arrangement. Someone there must be able to come to an arrangement with the taxi firm to say, if we don't use the cab, we only have to pay a quarter of what the bill would have been, or something, right? That is negotiable. Any taxi firm would love to have the BBC as an account client. You can't tell me not. Or just switch to Ubers if you're doing them in the city. Get a company Uber account, and then there's no problem, is it? There's cancellation fees and stuff on that, which is less than the cost of the actual journey itself. I don't get it. It's just, I love seeing stories like this in the paper because it shows people how wasteful the BBC are. But saying it in pounds and pence doesn't tell the whole story. You need to hear about it in terms of TV licence fees. 1,152, that's a small town, a small village, right? That's every household paying a licence fee wasted on aborted train trips alone. It's not all right. It's not all right. You know, I never cease to be amazed by the wastage at the BBC anyway, as you well know. It never amazes me. I've never seen one story about BBC wastage that amazes me. But I never fail to be surprised that they continue to waste money because they don't have to earn it. And when you don't have to earn it, you waste it, don't you? Let me know what you think about this. down in the comments below. And again, apologies for the blurry background. I'm still in my mum's dining room. New place coming soon where I'll be set up with my green screen and a proper studio again. But that's a little bit down the line, maybe a couple of weeks, something like that. So let me know what you think about this. And as always, thank you for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.